Hi everybody, Shalom. This is basically the second part. There's multiple parts to this, but I know I wanted to get the reading done part for as soon as possible. This part is how do I teach my kids to read and still teaching my kids how to read. And obviously we know in the English language, it's two parts. It's phonetically and then it's memorization. So like sight words, we know sight words is not phonetically. Every sight word is not phonetically, so they have to memorize it. And then we know phonetically. So I didn't want to break this down, so I'm going to try to do this as quick as possible. I don't want this one to be a long video also. A lot of these stuff we do use, majority, if not all of these stuff we do use. It has accumulated throughout the years, but we do use them. Again, it keeps learning fun and entertaining. It's not boring. So one week we'll use something else, another week we'll do something else. Now, it's not to say that we don't use a curriculum. We honestly don't use any name brand curriculums, like very popular name brand curriculums, but we still use the basic book that teaches, math, reading, or like at least some practice of math and reading. But as for most part, this is what we use for reading and how I've been doing it for years. If you know me, there's two things that I swear by. And the first thing is preschool prep. I am obsessed with preschool prep. I've always been obsessed with preschool prep. Yaya is 5 years old and she's had preschool prep for 5 years. It helped her with, let me show you. I've had this for so long. Meet the letters, meet the colors, meet the sight words, shapes, diagraphs, sight words 3, blends, numbers, etc. You name it, you have it in here. Some of the CDs, I think it's like one CD or one DVD that's scratched because it's been played so much. And for that one DVD, we just go on YouTube or we just go on Amazon Prime and we just watch that video there. But this right here has been the test of time. It's been standing. Not only do we have the DVD, let me show you guys. And I use it for both my daughters. I have the sight words. These are the books. I have all 3 stages of the books. And yes, this is how my oldest learned her sight words. This one, it's not in order right now, but showing you. So I have all 3 sets of the sight words and we use them daily. So obviously you can't get everything done in one day. It's not possible. You may want it to be possible, but it's not possible. So in the mornings when I'm making breakfast or whatever, I usually pop in a DVD. It could be a preschool prep. Majority of the time it is preschool prep. If Yaya wants to watch something that she prefers, it'll usually be the diagraph one. If it's Lily's turn, then it's usually something that's phonics, like phonetic sounds, like the alphabets phonetically. And then I didn't want to go ahead and bring the whole thing also, but I do love Leapfrog. Now, I don't love Leapfrog as much as I love Meet the Preschool Prep because they don't have as much variety of stuff as preschool prep. They do have like the games and the iPads. I have enough electronic in my house. I wasn't trying to get more, but I do love Leapfrog. Now, the second thing that I swear by, it's not. I don't think it's a company. I really don't think it's a company, but it's something. If you've known me for at least a few weeks, and you ask me for any advice, this is what I always send people to. And a lot of sisters always swear by this after I tell them to go ahead and get it. I got mine, I want to say about 2 years ago. This is Alpha Tales. Let me tell you how beautiful these stories are. Every book is for a letter. Every single book is for a letter. And I'm very OCD in how I keep my materials because I don't plan on buying this all over. I plan on using this from kid to kid to kid. So this is the letter C. And it has a whole story of the letter C. This one says copycats. Okay? Okay. Clyde and Cleo are cats, copycats. I bet you can't do what I can do, says Clyde. I can too. So everything about the story has the letter C, and you make sure you pronounce the letter C's very clear so the child can know this is the letter C. Copycats, Clyde, and all that kind of stuff. And then on the very end of the story, they tell you how many things can you find that starts with the letter C. Let's see if I can get another one. I'm trying to give you guys some ideas. Bubble Bear. Like, oh my goodness, this is one of the girls' favorite. Look at this. Beautiful books, beautiful illustrations. Just all-time favorites. Bear could ever blow a bubble bear. Like, it's just beautiful. And then, let's say you're on the go. I'm trying to make this video quick for you guys, because I know I have like long videos on YouTube. I'm trying to put it down to at least 15 minutes for you guys. But this is another part that I love. So this is the big book of Alpha Tales. It basically has all the books from here into this big book. So on the go, let's say you don't want to go ahead and carry one of those smaller books and you don't want to lose them, you can carry this one and you can read them just like that. It's all the books in one. I think this is literally one of the best things that they have ever done. When I tell you I'm obsessed with Alpha Tales, I tell every single person to go buy Alpha Tales because it's just so beautiful. Like, it's so illustrated. So the stories are catchy. Kids love stuff like this. It's not something that kids normally forget. And they always want to go ahead and read some more. Like, I love Alpha Tales. I stand by Alpha Tales. Now, these are some things. Now, there's also things that I prefer to let my older child use and something that I prefer my younger child to use, which if my younger child can use it, my older child can use it together. Oh, I also want to go back to preschool prep. I also have the sight words. Now, majority of the time I use this, but I also have my own flashcards because we do put, you see that wall over there? It has the girls' paintings. The girls did those paintings a while back ago, but there's nothing on that wall because we do activities on that wall and we put the sight words there, and then they just, you know, the fly swappers, they just, like when I pull out a sight words, they try to find it on the wall. So we make the activity fun for them. But for a lot of times we do use this one, but I do make my own sight word flashcards. Now, when it comes to fun sight words, the Alpha Tales was phonetically. Preschool prep was both sight words and phonetics and other stuff also. But Bob books, I have both 1, 2, obviously, my second daughter. So I was the second child. And then 3. We have all 3 sets. I love all 3 sets, and these are basically sight word books, and my daughter thrives off Bob books. Now, are they the best? I wouldn't say they're the best, but there are benefits to Bob books, and I love them. They haven't stirred me wrong, but they're just not the best. I've seen a lot of parents say that they're not the best. Also, there's other books that they can use for this. I agree, but I already have them. I think a lot of times it's just repetition. So if you're sitting on the couch and you're reading a book to your child often, then they're gonna remember those words. We do reading everywhere we go, every single place we go. Sometimes, like, we have to, because obviously I have little kids, and me and my husband, we have to spell things out just so they cannot understand what we are speaking of. And now it's getting trickier and trickier because Yaya is getting older, so we obviously can't even spell some things out anymore. So we just have to wait till we're not around the kids to speak about it. But I love Bob books. Are there better options out there? Yes, but they do get the job done. But my favorite one of all is Alpha Tales and Preschool Prep. I will stand by it till the end of time. Now, Cvc Builders. Cvc Builders. I've had this, I want to say I've had these for about 2.5 years now. You can make multiple activities with them. Again, this is CVC words, consonant, vowel, consonant, and this is word. These are words that you can spell phonetically. Remember, kids need to learn how to spell phonetically and need to learn their sight words. I have multiple things that I use around the house for phonetic sounds. I love these. Cut, wet, hat. And this has been very helpful to showing Yaya how to read phonetic sounds. There was a time, obviously, when this is beautiful homeschooling. You run on your own schedule, and there's times where we slack off, and there's something going on with the family, and etc. Where we have to stop what we're doing. But these always get her back on track. Another thing that gets her back on track, and if you followed me for a period of time, you know we've used these in the past, on and off. I forgot what's the name of this. Spin and read blocks. I've had these for years, actually. Let me show you what they look like. So it's the vowels of A-E-I-O-U, different. I don't know if you can see the colors. So I want to say the red ones are A's, the green ones are O's, I's, and basically they just make words out of those vowels. Map. Okay, so this is the cards. Let me show you what I'm speaking of. And then these are the little blocks, the spinning blocks. So you're going to give the child this card. They're going to say the word map, and they're going to spell it out with this the best way they can think of. And if they're correct, they turn turn it around. And it's basically 1, 2, 3, 5 of these, A-E-I-O-U. And that's another way. That's honestly, these are my go-tos. These are my go-tos. I've traveled with them. I've gone to my mom's house with them, and they're just in a little box where I don't have to, like the Cvc Builders, I only use those at home. But these, I love these. I go everywhere with these, and they stick. And I believe it comes with this. You know how like some things when you make it yourself, you have to go and get the hole puncher and get this at Dollar Tree or whatever place. I'm a big fan of Dollar Tree, if you haven't noticed. It's just inexpensive, and you can just do it yourself. But this company comes with this, if I'm not mistaken, and it's awesome. And it also comes with this, so just in case the box does rip, you can. They always has this for backup. Again, I'm a huge person. I'm like huge OCD when it comes to putting toys back in its place, because if I buy something, mostly for education, obviously toys get broken, all that kind of stuff, but when it comes to educational toys, I do not want it to be broken. I want it to last for a very, 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 very long time. Okay. Remember how I was telling you guys that we are a big fan of puzzles in this house? Another puzzle. This is obviously CVC, like the last two ones, and we obviously do this as a family because Lily is not there yet. She's only 3, and we do this as a family. We can be doing this for, I want to say, 30 minutes. This is usually when I'm want to spend time with them before I got to do what I need to do for the household. So I make sure that I give them my undivided attention, and I'm not distracted by social media, because this does take time to do, because again, Lily's only 3, but it is a puzzle, and puzzles just grab her attention. Puzzles are very big in my family, so this isn't always a go-to also. I'm pretty sure you guys seen this one. on my Instagram, like a lot. You most likely seeing it being used by Lily. She does this one by herself. She loves this one. Usually when she whisper in the morning, if she's not watching preschool prep and I'm not making breakfast, she just goes to the room and then she gets this one. She does this one by herself, no help. Sometimes I have to tell her, Mama, no puzzle time, because she is obsessed with puzzles. So this is another go-to in my household. I want to show you something that I just recently got as a gift. It's called Chuckle Roar. I like it. I haven't used it that much yet. The reason why I haven't used it that much is because it has a lot of pieces, and like I'm not one to like let my kids just put toys all over the house. It's very frustrating because I want to make things last for a very long time. So when we do use this, I know that we are going to be using this and sitting down and not be distracted by anything else. So we probably use this about 3 times. It has multiple, it has the alphabets, it has the numbers, it has addition, subtraction, everything inside of here. And this is what I love about the most. Okay, so I hope you guys can see this. Again, it's called Chuckle Roar. I'm going to try to find it for you guys and put the link in the description. It has the marker inside. I do like it, I'm not going to lie. And this is what I love about it. It has multiple boards of different activities. It has reading boards. It has math boards. It has its own board. And this one, you can create your own thing. You can draw on it, or you can tell your child to, I don't know, write a word, and they can use, you can write the word, I apologize, you can write the word and they can find the letters and they can put it themselves. I was looking for something like this, and then my friend just ended up getting something. I didn't tell her that we wanted something like this, but I was looking for something like this. Because we do have sight word magnets on the fridge, but we wanted something that we can just get up and go with. So I can take this to my mom's house, family friend's house, when we're going to be staying there for a while, in-laws house. And I love this. I really do love this. And it's just get up and go. I like taking things that are neat and that I know, okay, it's just one thing. This one thing covers this many things: math, reading, different activities. And this definitely does that. Another thing, oh, I forgot to tell you guys, not only does it have math, alphabets, and math, it also has a different kind of patterns inside of here. Yeah, different kind of patterns, like different kind of shapes on the bottom. On the bottom it has different kind of shapes. So right here you can have different activities. I usually would use this for Lily, and then when Yaya's done with her regular phonic work, she would do this with her sister. But it's really fun. Like, I'm gonna show you. These are the phonetic words that I'm speaking of. So you spell words, numbers. Again, what is the missing letter? Jet, or what is that? Eat. I, like all that kind of stuff. And then there's more math activities in the back. So yes, I didn't do this video first because obviously you can see how we have a lot of reading materials, and it's a lot. I'm one of those people that I have to write everything down. My husband's usually telling me, Anika, you write too much, there's too much notepads, too much sticky notes in this house. But it's honestly how I keep everything in order. So like I have two homeschool notepads, one for the girls and one for me. Because I just don't want nothing to be left unused. Because it's a lot, and sometimes you can go a month without using something, and then you forget that it's there, and then your child doesn't understand something. You're like, oh shoot, I have this. They could understand it better if we use this, and sometimes you just don't remember. So I write everything that we have down, so nothing gets lost. Let me see. I think I did something messed up. Okay. And voila. It's packed. Now, I do have one more thing that I want to show you guys. And it's usually used for my oldest one. We're still working on it, obviously. I remember I told you guys about the 20 Listen, it's the book. Again, I'm going to show you guys the link in the description. But one thing that we have started, I've had this for a year now, but we just started recently using it. It's called Sentence Builder. It's the tabletop magnet. I got this on Amazon. I'm not sure the price. I got this for I think this was on sale. I love sales, so if I can get anything on sale and stock it up for later on, I'm your person. So I love this. We just started recently using it. We're not too far into it, but let me show you what the inside looks like. I don't know if I can show you all this stuff. Oh, I was asked in a previous video, hey sis, like it looks like there's another room. Yes, we have a homeschool room, but a lot of times we don't homeschool there. It just gets crowded. The girls are getting older. There's more stuff in the room. So we do most of the homeschooling in the table, and then they play with their stuff, like their puzzles and stuff like that, in that room. So when even though you guys see me in a video homeschooling them and you only see one bookshelf, yes, that's the regular bookshelf that they actually just pull out their books every single day and they say, Mommy, I want to read. On the bottom right there, we have the library books and that kind of stuff. And there's inside the room, we have the puzzles, the games, all kind of stuff. And that is where all this stuff is usually coming from. So, you see these? Okay, so I don't want to mix you guys up. So this comes from this, but remember how I was telling you guys how we do have sight word refrigerator? This is from the sight word refrigerator that we got as a gift. So this is actually for the refrigerator one. This one is what comes with this. And we started using both of them. So what if we have the words from the refrigerator one, we don't even bother tearing it out from this one. So we just use them. We just use both of these together, and it works. And that's how we do it. I also have a big notepad that stands on the floor right there, and we put the sight words there. And then she writes her sight words in her little whiteboard. And then I list all the sight words that she knows and which one that she needs to do more practice on. And every day she writes her sight words down. And that's honestly how I continue to teach her how to read. Again, I teach her how to read. I know so a lot of people feel like you should read sight words first or phonetic first. I was one of those people that I believe that you should only teach your child how to read phonetically first. But then a lot of times they believe, little kids try to read sight words phonetically. So I decided the best way for us is to teach both. So yes, sometimes we teach phonetically and sometimes we teach sight words. One or the other for us, it just doesn't work because then they get confused. Mama, this doesn't sound like it can be read phonetically. I'm like, Mama, this is not phonetic. This is your sight word. Remember your sight words. So we teach both. I hope this video was helpful for you guys. I did try to make it shorter than the rest of them. I'm gonna try to bring up another video for you guys, and I know like I have a whole bunch of things for reading, so I'm going to bring you guys a video regarding the different topics of readings that we do have, and also history and language and what we use for those. But yeah, thank you for requesting these videos. Thank you so much for your support.